right, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, sisters, you too. This is Pastor Dow. Shalom. Every single time without fail, we're going off into the feast of Sukkot. And every single time without fail, every year, we always have people who want to come at our home at Straightway who has not been faithful throughout the year to the ministry. And they expect us to open up our doors and invite them to come on in and to feast with us during Yah's holy Moedim or feast. And it's just simply not going to happen. There's a reason why we tell you to make yourself known, to get around the heads of the fellowships, the elders or the brothers at the head of fellowship, because I greatly respect their word and their testimony about you as a people. You see, throughout the years in ministry, we've had people that you thought you could be able to trust, and just as regular human beings, only come to find out that we have endured slanders, indignities, lies, false witness, false testimonies, just literally people of low character and low honor. I mean, just literally. We are very careful, and that's the reason why the ministry is strong. We are very, very careful, and that doesn't mean we're going to get everybody, but we're very, very careful about who we invite and who we let onto our land, because people, they got an odd behavior. In Christianity, people can lie to you, they can fleece you, mock you, jeer you, they can preach to you idolatry, a false Jesus, a false everything. And you know what happens when you get fed up with Christianity? You leave that church and you go on down the road. But when it comes to Straightway, I mean, people get so bitter. I mean, deeply bitter for what I really don't know. But man, they really get bitter and vindictive, and the first thing they do was, if it's something they disagree with, they run to social media, and then they start putting out their side of the story. And of course, everybody waits on Straightway to give their side of the story. We ain't got no side. It's just that they're not in fellowship with us no more. And the question should be asked, why is it that they are no longer in fellowship with y'all, rather than y'all questioning us about them? Because as a group, we're doing fine. And we're going to continue to keep getting better and better, because as the years go by, we're very discerning who we're going to let into our tribe. And Pastor Fox is the same way. We screen people. We interview people. We ask them questions. Yes, we do too. And you really have to be some type of man and woman of high honor, high character, and very serious-minded people before we would even allow you to be even called a saint amongst us. You remember, we keep forgetting that over in the book of Acts, the 5th chapter, it says, "And durst no man join himself to it." In other words, it was the Most High that added to the assembly. And when the Most High adds to the assembly, that means that the same prerequisites for elders. When you have to look out among you and find 7 men of honest report full of the Holy Spirit, well, if we have to do that, and we have to have that type of scrutiny for people in leadership positions, we do the same thing with you people out there who claim to be saints. Because we have found out more times than often that people who claim to be saints are ain'ts. And we have found out more time than often that these people are just not serious about it. I mean, the bottom line is, there's nothing from without that can destroy us, only that which is within. And there's always those who are always trying to come from without to give false witness, to spew false witness, and try to bring a slander on the ministry. And we're just simply just not tolerating it. We're not tolerating people of that type of character. There's been people that's been a part of this ministry that over the years, they've come and they've gone, and you've heard nothing about them. They gone. They just turned the page and went on. But I tell you what, if you can't cut it with fellowships, be it in Houston, Dallas, Arkansas, Illinois, Ohio, South Carolina, Kentucky, Tennessee, North Carolina. If you can't cut it, Virginia, New York, I can continue, keep going on. Arizona, I can go on and on and on and on. If you can't cut the mustard and you cannot fellowship with our brothers and sisters that are in your home state, then there is no way that you can actually come and fellowship with us, much less live with us for 7 days, 8 days during the feast. It's just impossible. It just simply will not happen. I hope you people understand. We try to be as honest and fair as possible in dealing with men. But some people, there's no dealing with them. You can't. The minds are just too far gone off into this world. Anytime somebody, brings an evil report about Straightway, what you ought to do is take rather than hearing their words and taking the witness of one, you should peer into their lives. Ask questions. Ask them to make a video, send you a picture, and have them, and you know what? Have them do it for a while too, so you can see their manner of life. Because anybody can, just like Hollywood, they can make up for a video for one moment and stuff, but that doesn't mean that is their manner of lifestyle. Be careful of who you hear testimony from. Be very careful. And more than anything, live at peace and be at peace. But the scope of this video is, if you can't fellowship with the saints that are scattered abroad where I can receive a testimony from the saints, then more than likely, now this is with the exception of those of you who live in other states, and we know you to be honorable people. You know you're more than welcome. And you are welcome to come to Straightway. But for all you brand new people, and you people who just can't submit to your husbands, or you can't submit to the authorities that are there in the ministry, the elders, we can't have you here. We cannot have that kind of attitude, and we cannot have that kind of spirit, because we are very serious-minded people seeking to go into Yah's kingdom. We're not worrying about the judgment of men at all. Men are men. They're going to continue to do what they're going to do. We fear Yah. I hope I've said something to bring about some type of comprehension and understanding. And I hope that many of you people can understand our position here Straightway. Are we kind of gun shy nowadays? Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am, we are. Because if you have endured and been through some of the things that we have been through over the years, you be very careful about who you open up your door to and your home to as well. Shalom. I hope you all have a wonderful Feast of Sukkot. You're going to hear from all the saints of the Most High during this Feast of Sukkot, because they're going to keep you well informed to the festivities that are going on here and the beautiful time we're already having. Y'all have a blessed day. The King coming.